Hey everybody! Welcome to another show of Who's an Anime with your superior host Steve and maybe also superior host Colin. I don't know. Are we
Yeah,
superior?
we're
Maybe
we're
not.
we're Colin and Steve superior, Constructicons inferior. I think is the quote, right?
Um,
Famous line from
wait.
Transformers the movie, 1986.
Yes. Yes, totally. But wait, hang on. Isn't it Rumble and Frenzy or something?
It is the Constructicons say that they should lead because they merged to form Devastator, the most powerful Decepticon, and
He's
then Soundwave
devastating.
says, "Hey, I think I should be the leader," and by saying Soundwave superior, Constructicons inferior, and then they say no one would follow an uncharismatic bore like you, and I think Rumble says nobody calls Soundwave unchrasmatic.
Charismatic.
Unchrasmatic. It's such a great line. It's such. I protest that
Uh,
one day we will actually cover the Transformers movie. It's basically anime.
I mean, what is anime?
I guess. Well, I would traditionally say, I suppose, something from Japan, but I guess we get a lot of animation from Korea these days as well. So South Korea.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's one way to look at it. And I suppose technically Transformers did come from there too, because it was
Yeah,
done in dirty sweatshops of animation.
yeah. It was based on what I like. I'm not the toy person, but well, I
Well, he
have the
used to be.
toys. But it was like based on a series before called Diaclone or something like that, and then they rebranded it as Transformers in America.
I think so. But
I don't
I
want
know of
to. I
Transformers.
I'm pretty sure it's something like that. And then
If we had our friend, he would keep you right.
he
But
would he's probably crying. He's probably he's not dead, but he's probably spinning right now, and he's not sure why. Um, the
boredom.
I mean maybe, uh, maybe. Um, hang on 2 seconds. The
Teeth.
Japanese ones, the
Hmm.
Japanese ones are basically um after the movie, I think, like the core Japanese cartoons, because they didn't like the fact that they killed off Optimus Prime. Spoilers.
Optimus Prime died.
Yeah, and then they basically went, no, that didn't happen. And then again, this could be talking nonsense, but I do know that there is a bunch of different shows that I have on DVD called uh, Transformers Victory, Transformers Headmasters, uh, Transformers Super God Master Force, I think is the other one. They're
Sounds about right.
they're pretty
Super
great.
God Master Force.
Super God Master Force
Yeah.
is a joyous name for a TV show.
My I was speaking to my parents and my nephew's going to go up to their house and he's looking for all these target masters that I had
Oh
on
man.
my Transformers because he doesn't believe they're all there. So he's got a list. And he's going to be checking them off. Yeah, that one's there.
Oh man.
That one's there.
Treasure
I
trove.
mean, oh, just watching them play with them, roughhousing these toys that I had like 30 years ago,
Good.
40
Good.
years ago,
No, not that
uh,
long ago.
35 years ago.
Yes. Definitely not 40 years
Jeez.
ago. Or
No.
you were a
No.
like advanced baby.
I was advanced, like a Game Boy Advance.
Like a Game Boy Advance. So yes.
32 bit.
Oh, I don't know if I said to you or not. I bought thingy for Game Boy Advance. Uh, Dealy Bobber, get there eventually. The cartridge.
Oh, the EverDrive
EverDrive, yeah.
for all your nefarious means.
Yeah, from a homebrew. It's it's
You could
it's
do some homebrew.
yeah, it's coming from Hawaii. Interestingly,
That is rather far away. Um,
very weird. I don't
it wasn't
understand
Hawaii.
why. Sorry.
I was just trying to think that Hawaii changed its time zone, but it wasn't Hawaii. It was some other place.
Ah,
It was not far away from Hawaii in retrospect, but at least they lost an entire day at New Year's
man.
because they switched from being plus 12 to 13 hours to minus 13 hours.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
So they lost. They literally went, "Oh, we're going to be like on this time zone now," and it's all down to trade agreements because they used to trade with Japan, so it made
Okay,
sense to be in like the other time frame. But now they're trading with America.
and they flip flopped. Maybe one day they can
Yeah,
decide to, if they want to change back, get that day back.
I don't know how that. Yeah, maybe. Maybe they'll just like
Go back in the
cryogenically
past.
freeze everyone, and
Ah,
everyone's frozen in place for
I
a whole
mean,
day. It's like, yeah, you got your day back.
yeah,
So
enjoy
cold.
it. Don't regret it. Don't
I
regret
mean,
the time you have.
technically, the group of islands is will be gone and whenever the ice caps melt. So
Oh, well,
they're
they have a
pretty low
they
level.
have a very serious time related problem that is not to do with what time zone they're in.
Yeah, so maybe they switched into the older one. They'll get an extra day before they drown.
That is grim. Uh,
Yeah.
moving on to why we're here. Today we're here to talk about episodes 21 and 22 of Cowboy Bebop. First episode 21 called Boogie Woogie Feng Shui.
Oh yeah, it was called Wiki Wiki's French Way.
Yeah,
What's it in
and
Japanese?
it's Boogie Oogie Fun Shui.
Shunsei,
Fun Shui.
not Feng. I can't say it now. Feng
Feng
Shui.
Shui.
Wow.
Feng Shui.
Feng Shui.
Yeah. Uh, this is a weird episode.
It's not that weird.
It's like
It's
it's like a
basically
noir
Jet.
thriller.
Yeah, Jet doing his noir thing. It's like, oh
Yeah.
yes, I got a message from my buddy who I didn't speak to for the last 14 years or something.
Yeah. I can't remember the guy's name. But he gets an email from the dude or a message or whatever it is saying come to the place where the thing and the four gods meet. Cool.
Yeah,
It's like that's a weird
some
message.
mountain.
Yeah, yeah. The Blue Mountain. Come to the place where the gods meet, four gods meet, and it's like, right, cool. I guess I'll go do that then.
Yeah,
But
why not?
well, this is what I was unclear on. How did he get to the location that it turned out he was supposed to be in without actually meaning to get to the location?
Oh, feng shui, man.
Is that like so we're
It's
clear
all
here?
destiny.
Yeah, feng shui seems to be like in this parlance mainly the idea that it's like, oh, I can make objects do what I want and people do what I want and make them interact in
No,
ways that will lead them to do a thing.
so, not really. I
No?
think it's more that they can sort of maybe influence it a bit more than say like a fortune teller.
Yeah.
Um, but no. So he basically was searching and went searching for the man and
Yep.
ends up at the grave, essentially.
Yep.
Because
Okay.
he
Yeah,
knew where
because
he was.
he knew where the grave was, but nobody knew there'd been an accident yet. Because it only happened 3 days before. I'm sure Mei Fa, the daughter, mentions this.
Yeah, yeah, he certainly found the grave, but I don't know. Jet has many contacts.
He does, I wouldn't put it past him to have the wherewithal to find out if something had
He's
happened to a certain
certainly,
person.
yeah, he's certainly the guy that always has leads.
Yes, yes, he is.
E-
Um,
Even the ones that don't really make any sense, like when he was getting a lead for Ed.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh, Anyway, so he finds the grave and he says, "Oh, he's dead. What now then? What's this all
well,
about?"
surely, if somebody told him where he was, he knew he was going to a graveyard.
Yeah, I
Was he
think
just
so.
expect? It's like, oh yeah, he's in the cemetery at this plot. What was he expecting him to just be sitting in a chair next to the stone? It's like, cool. Thanks for turning up. I see you got my note.
Maybe I don't know. I don't think he was that. I mean, this all happens like in the first 2 minutes of the
Yeah, he does
episode.
not
To
seem
be
he does
honest,
not seem shocked. To
no,
a degree.
because he's. It wasn't until like the person, the gravestone, starts speaking to him.
Yes, that is more of a problem.
Yeah, it was what's his name's daughter,
Yep, Mayfa.
uh, Mayfa, um, was behind it
Yep.
and said some things, and then some guys went over there and started shooting at the gravestone,
To be
and
fair, this is a pretty cool scene because it's a nice bit of action where she's like, "Oh, gotta go," and just grabs him, and he's very, "What the fuck is happening? I was standing at a gravestone and I'm being shot at and being dragged away, and I don't understand."
yeah, well, that's it. I mean, even the guys that kind of shot him was like, because he gets like a couple of bullets fly by him, and it's like what? And
Yep.
then the guy who shot his colleague goes, "What are you firing at?" And then he died behind the gravestone, and he's about to like take out his gun and kill some people,
Yep.
and then gets yanked away. He's like, "Ah, feng shui has told me this way."
Yep. She's using a big kind of hexagon that spins inside.
Hexagon Ouija board.
Yeah.
She did
Uh,
call it. It's got a name. She did mention what it
it
was.
does, and I remember hearing it and thinking that's not what I thought that was.
Yeah,
But I can't remember
I'm.
specifically what it is.
I remember hearing it and then instantaneously forgotten what it was called, and
But
not even recognizing what it is.
they
But
do, however, escape from the men with guns by bailing into some water. Uh,
oh, they jump on the bus first,
yes, yes, that's true. There's a bit of
and
a
then jump off the bus onto the bridge because the other guys are falling in the black
yep.
car. Not entirely sure how they didn't see them jump off the bus into the river, and they surface from the water, and she goes, "Ah, I saved your life," and it's like what, and then sneezes.
It all seems very confusing. Still, Jet seems very confused.
Yeah, and then they go back to the bebop.
Yep. Where there are this is the one of my favorite parts of the show of this episode so far anyway is Spike, Faye, and Edward all just hanging out, staring. It's like, look, Jet's got a girl there. Is it a girlfriend?
Yeah.
No. Too young to be a girlfriend. Does he have like a thing? No, too old for it to be a thing. Which is a horrible comment. Horrible comment. Um And
Yeah.
then Edward really enjoys this whole thing.
Yeah.
Just kind of floats about and eventually goes
Oh,
over
oh,
to offer her food. In fact, no, it's those weird peeps that he brought that Spike brought from somewhere.
no, it's Jet. Jet got them off
Jet.
Earth when it's
Yes.
the episode that they go and get Edward.
That's right. It's those weird burnt looking peeps.
Yeah. So for you, madame, I think that's what Ed said.
Yes.
I was
She
like,
does.
are you Jet's girlfriend?" And then she was like, "What?"
It's
And
so
then
funny.
Jet just glares at Spike and Faye. She knows,
He does
he
the
knows it's
old
him.
ah and just walks
Uh,
away.
Arms in the air, army
Yep.
pose.
Edward sticks around though. She
Oh
gets the
yeah,
most out of the situation and just keeps being annoying about it, which is pretty funny.
she gets the hold of the board and tries to eat it.
Yes. Yes, she does.
She does take a big bite of it, but maybe that's later. I think that's once they get the
I think that's when they're
sunstone.
in the yes, it is. I think it is, you're right.
Yeah. Um. So yeah, so they have that had that awkward conversation where they're kind of drying out because he's obviously been thrown in the water
Yep.
by the girl, and she says, "Yeah, yeah, it's I knew your dad," type thing.
Yep.
Well,
10 years ago. 10 years ago I think it
ten,
was the last time they saw each
yeah,
other.
yeah, and you're only ye high.
Such a
Uh,
cliche conversation.
yeah, and then I think he hands like, well, why are you here? How do you know about that? Because like obviously he died like 3 days ago. Well,
Yep.
this is when I got this message. Just
Oh,
I
just
said hi.
before he died, allegedly.
Yeah, in,
Allegedly.
in a in a gate accident.
Yeah, was it like the like the gate compression failed and he blew up or something like that? I don't know.
That's what they said it was. It's
Going to
got
Jupiter.
yeah and then they were kind of like yeah cool, and then they're on the park bench because that's the end of that scene.
Oh, this is
Eating ice cream.
the great conversation about them eating ice cream, and she's like not really paying attention, and Jet just starts going ice cream, ice cream, ice cream,
Yeah,
and it turns out the ice cream's melting, and then she makes some
yeah,
comment about how what is it, he could be her dad, and he gets a bit of a huff about it. He's like, I could be like your boyfriend, but that's weird. So let's think about it as maybe I'm your older brother. And then
yeah,
she starts shouting ice cream at him, and he devours an entire ice cream in 2 seconds flat.
yeah. That's some brain freeze right there.
My head would have exploded with that. So
Yeah, you know. Um, yeah. So he's like, oh, foot in the mouth situation there, Jet.
it's pretty good.
Yeah, at least they stopped that conversation at that point. That was the end of it.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
It's definitely awkward.
Uh, yeah. And then they go to the top of a big skyscraper,
Yep.
and then saying that's like the mountain, the Oni Mountain or something. I think he was
Yeah.
they said.
That's the mountain, the blue mountain anyway. That's referred to in the note.
Yeah, I don't think it was a blue mountain
Is it
'cause
not blue?
I thought I
Blue
thought
is
it was Oni
mentioned.
Mountain, and then she went up and go, "Oh yeah, this is the place. This is definitely the place." And look over there, and they kind of look, and there's a blue train going by, some
Oh, sorry.
reflected
That's
mirrors,
the
and that's
blue
Blue Dragon.
dragon. Yes, and then
Yeah,
there's the
then
turtle and the something else and the something
snake,
else. Yes,
turtle and the snake, the white tiger, and the phoenix.
yes. They're all there.
Small. they're all there. And I went, ah. And then they were walking down like the street, and the two thugs are after them again.
Yep. Back
Uh,
on the chase.
back in the chase. But they find the sunstone is what they've been looking for.
Yes, this is
A
what the note
pump,
was alluding to, I suppose.
yeah, in a mouth of a lion statue.
Yep.
And they go, oh, and no one's blinked an eye, and she yanked this stone out the mouth of a statue on the corner of a shop, uh, and literally fell away because it was stuck there so hard.
Yep.
So when she released it, she stumbles. Um, Jet notices they're being followed. Hupple are into like a shop, buy some booze
Yep.
or drink, and then the guys follow them in. A little brawl happened, and Jet overwhelms them, and
Yep.
she's just pounding one on the chest, and then he wakes the other one up with the booze, and then he starts telling that there was the syndicate, and they're not happy about the guy.
Oh, but he does it in such a great way where he's like, "Come on, tell me who you are." And he's like, "I can't tell you that. You'll have to kill me." And he just puts him in a headlock. And he's like, "Okay, I'll tell you." Then he tells him who he is. He's like,
Yeah.
"So why are you following?" He goes, "I can't do that." And then he just puts him in a headlock again. And he just starts talking immediately.
Keeps him in the headlock. You can't. I can't tell you that even if you kill me.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's like, it's, and I don't know. He ends up killing them as well, I think.
Does he?
Well, he certainly has a headlock and he goes
Oh
kind of
no!
noise,
Oh
and
no! I
then
didn't.
then he drops to the ground, and then before they went and started trouble, they scared away some kids. It's like, you kids scram type thing, and like kicked their ball away, and then the guy's lying unconscious, and the kids come back over and go, "Oh, look at the cool sunglasses this guy's got,"
Oh
and
no!
start picking
I
them.
didn't think he was dead. I
And
just thought he was unconscious.
he might be unconscious. It might be Batman dead. There certainly was a crick in the neck
Yeah, he's
when he was
you're,
finished with them.
Batman Dead's a good. He's just real sleepy. It's all good.
Yeah, just real sleepy.
Yeah.
You ever watch the was it Batman? It was like a skit.
No.
And it's just this the guy is out with Batman. Um but he's there with sort of Commissioner Gordon and like Penguin,
Uh huh.
and they're saying like, you killed all my guys, and he goes, no, they're not dead, they're just sleeping. What are you on about? You like grabbed like their guns and then just like shot them. No, just sleeping.
That's good. I like that.
I think it's bad. Oh, I can share the link. It's a YouTube skit from I want to say College Humor.
Probably. Probably is.
Yeah. Um. Anyway, yeah. So they get the Sunstone escape,
Yep.
put a guy to sleep, possibly permanently. Who knows? Uh, get the Sunstone, scan it, and it's part of the gate crash that has happened 15 years ago. The
Yes.
explosion. The same one that made the guy immortal. Same one that Faye? No, the same one that ruined Faye's history because everything was lost
Yes.
before then.
Yes.
I mean,
Because
it's pretty good.
it's linking all the stuff together
Mm-hmm. Linking it
in a
all
way.
together.
I mean, it's
Next
more
thing you know,
information than we've had on that topic. I think
a bit
it's
more, yeah.
yeah. I mean, they're very vague about the gate disaster generally. The most I think we heard about it was in the episode with the chess guy.
Yeah, yeah. Well, here you go. What do you think? I think a big kaiju is going to come out at the end, and they got to fight it off.
I mean, that would be good.
Yeah.
Could be
Well,
worse.
we've got what, 4 episodes to go, and a movie.
Yeah, maybe there'll be a kaiju in there somewhere, right?
Could happen. Could happen. Uh, yeah. Anyway, so they bring it back, scan it in, and it's like, oh, my dad's got one of these type thing, and they're very rare. Uh, and stuff about that, and they were talking about it, and then Ein kind of like picks it up,
Yep.
the stone,
Just takes it away.
and this is where, yeah, and Ed's sitting on the stairs with the board, and then you have to stick it next to the board, and it makes all these weird rotations. She says, "Oh, that's weird. I took the magnet out of this board. Why is it doing that?"
Magnet. Why would there be a You know what? Never mind. I don't even want to know why there'd be a magnet in it.
It's to get all the rays, because when they were sitting on the park bench, she was explaining the whole concept of feng shui. Because she says, "Oh, is this not like just fortune telling?" And he's like, "No, no, it's
So
more,
so much more than that.
so much more than that. It takes in the elements of like heaven, earth, uh, heaven, the heaven chi, the earth chi, and the human chi." They're going to say,
Yeah.
living organisms and that. Uh, anyway, so they do that and they go, "Oh, right, yeah, I know how we can find my dad or find stuff out. We'll stick this in the thing and then we can go and find him." Because it starts rotating in a way that she can read. I don't even know how that works because
No, I have no
it's
clue.
just wood board.
Is it wood? I thought it was metal, but that would be really heavy.
No, well, it's pretty wooded. Um, in this the early 3D modeling of it. So then they went to the Stargate. That her dad disappeared into.
Yeah, the one to Jupiter.
Yep. And then Mai is getting got a bit upset that the message went to Jet. So, "Oh, I don't know why he sent it to you," type thing.
Yeah. Yeah, not to make you feel less of a person, but yeah, why would he send that to you?
Yeah, and who were you to my father, and who is my dad? Because I don't really know him because my mom
Oh
left him
yeah. 7 years
many
ago?
years ago. Yeah. Uh, and apparently it was because he was an informant to Jet for the syndicate.
Yep. And well, yeah, he was a member of the syndicate who wanted a way out. So he got involved with
Yeah,
Jet to become an informant. Uh and that didn't seem to work out.
yeah, it didn't work out too well for him, and he sent him. Well, I don't know. It looks like maybe he separated from his wife and his kid just to protect them. So it kind of got played out
Yeah. Yeah.
because that's what Jet says. Oh, if you cross the syndicate, they'll come after the whole family to make sure you're not you just don't you know take it on the chin.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I think the syndicate must chase him into the gate because they send like an automatic robots things at him.
They send a big robo ship with robo drones
Yeah,
after them, which is kind of
and
cool.
then yeah, and then Jet sends Spike and V out
In the greatest way
in fake
possible.
complaints.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Spike, Faye, deploy. Like, what? Why the fuck am I getting involved in this? Like, I don't want any of it. Is like, look, you can either die on this ship or go and do something about it. It's
Pretty
such a great
much.
argument. I really like that bit.
I think I was fake complaining. I think
Yeah,
more than Spike.
I love Faye's reluctance to do anything to actually help, despite the fact that she basically calls that place her home now.
Yeah, that's it. I was so yeah, yeah. So they send out and they start fighting, and then Ed's looking at the schematics of the Sunrock and comes in. I found the answer, or I know what to do.
Yep.
And so they eject the Sunrock out the toilet.
Which like I yeah I assume it was a quick way to get it out of the ship.
Yeah, I think it was. Tell Spike to hit it with his plasma gun, and it causes like a big distortion in the field. All these robot ships get sucked into it and blow up, and boom, there's the old man
Yeah, hidden,
dying.
in the in a portal within a portal.
Yeah, a portal within a portal, and he's unable to escape and has no oxygen.
Yeah, he's out of fuel basically, and is unable to move out of the portal. And the length of time that it will remain open wouldn't be long enough for someone to go in and back.
Well, yeah, I don't think they can get close to him either because of the force field or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And then and basically they had their teary goodbyes. I was like, oh, I knew you'd get my daughter involved yet. And then the daughter says, I hated you, but I don't now.
Like of all the goodbyes, I because there's the conversation is like, Jet's like, or the guy's like, I used feng shui to bring you to get you to bring her here, and Jet's like, no, I think she used feng shui to bring me here to find you. And he's like, well, you could be right. Like, it's
Yeah.
like I am very confident about my abilities, but the fact that you said that thing right there, it's completely changed my mind.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, yeah.
Guess you're right.
Maybe I'm overconfident about my abilities.
And then yeah, you're right. She's like, yeah, I hated you. No, I don't. And there's literally no goodbye. It's just like it fades away having him heard that. Which I think is like I thought that was kind of nice, like in a way. Like it didn't need to feel rushed or overly soppy, just like quite cleverly
Mhm.
uh dramatic in a nice way.
Yeah, yeah. It was. That's it, and then it cuts off. Um, Jet's younger sister, Mai,
Yep.
has now went back to the planet,
Yep.
um, and they go off on their merry way in their
Yep.
noir kind of
Yeah,
voiceover bits.
I was gonna say, yeah, there's like a jet voiced over outro
Yeah,
talking about everyone. Um
yeah,
which is okay. Um and yeah, I think that's the end of the episode, right?
yeah. It wasn't much more in that.
Uh
Um,
how do you feel about this one?
it wasn't terrible, but then can't really say much about cute Cowboy Bebop being terrible. I don't think I've dropped a score below 7.
No, we've had a couple of sixes.
Oh, it has some sixes. Or maybe that
Yeah.
was that kid episode.
There's a few sixes
Maybe.
actually.
Wow. I'll go
One,
through them.
two, three. You've given four sixes.
Four sixes.
Four sixes.
One more than the number of the devil.
I've also given four sixes in different episodes.
Yeah. This one here, I don't know. It's good. I like the awkward conversations and the
Yeah,
evil looks and glares. Always forgot to say that he was quite protective over Mai,
of
because you
course.
got like Spike and Faye leaning in over her, smoking, and he's like, "Right, this is no
Oh,
smoking zone now."
that's right. That's what part of the outro is. It's like this is a no smoking zone, and yeah, they get dragged outside like it's 2005 in Scotland, and everyone's been told they have to smoke outside now. But the bit at the end where he's like, and then our no smoking area became a smoking area again.
Yeah, that's it. That was part of the outro,
I forgot about that.
and
That's
then they were
that's
just.
pretty funny.
You also get the scene of them just standing outside with their like tin cups as
Yep.
ashtrays, just looking a bit dishevelled
Yeah,
and
and
being
then
kicked
and then
out.
later on, smoking in a different part of the ship so that it's not that area. I think Spike is like lighting it off of the back of a rocket or something like that.
I think it's just a cooker, a gas cooker.
Is it? It looked like it looked like munitions. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
I mean, it's not like he's not done that before. He tried to light
No.
that thing when he was fighting that uh weird alien creature thing,
Oh, toys in the
and
attic.
yeah, and he uses the flamethrower to light his car. He just
That's
fries
right.
half his face in the air.
Uh
Well, and ruined the entire cigarette because it didn't light.
that's
It
right.
just disintegrated.
This is one of the only good bits about that episode. Um,
Well, I thought you kind of like that one. Anyway, yeah, it has good bits, has funny bits. It has some action. It's kind of goofy.
yep,
Uh,
yep,
I'm going to give it. I think it's a 7. It was entertaining. I could watch it again, uh,
spot on.
as I have watched it again.
I wholeheartedly agree. A 7 is the right score for that. It's definitely not the worst episode of Cowboy Bebop. It's definitely not the best, but it has some good comedy, some decent action. I think the story is just a little bit boring, and I say that, but I say boring because it rushes through what could have been quite an interesting story. It just goes through it like da da
Yeah.
da 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 da, just very very
Well,
quick.
they got 20. You got 20 minutes to do
But
it.
they could have made a two-parter. It's not like it hasn't
They
been
only
done
did that.
before. Twice.
They only have they done it twice?
Well, they will do it twice. The last two episodes are part one and two.
2 parter. Yeah, but they're like the one was like middle of the season and the next one was like the end of the
Yeah, I
season,
guess. I guess that's true.
and it makes a lot of sense to make it 2 part the last one.
Yeah.
The big kaiju comes out through like the broken roof of the Stargate.
Kaiju.
Kaiju.
That'd be awesome.
Oh,
Um, I think that's a fair score for that one. I do think there's some really funny moments in it, but it's definitely not my favorite one. Just to point out that one of the sixes we both agreed on was that episode, the one with the mutant thing in the fridge. That was the 6 out of 10.
yeah, right. Yeah, it wasn't the best.
And My Funny Valentine, which I'm trying to remember what that one was.
Is that not the one where it's Faye's backstory?
I think yes, it was. Yep,
Where they could have done so much more with Faye. But then there's still
still could.
a few episodes left.
Yeah. But more importantly, one of the sixes you gave was for one of the episodes I gave a 10. So there you have it.
Alright, which one is that?
That was Heavy Metal Queen.
Oh, the heavy metal boom. Yeah, didn't really like that one.
I love that one. It's so good. Uh,
Do, do,
and
do, do,
then,
do, do,
yeah.
do.
Okay, so next episode up on the docket is episode 22, Cowboy Funk.
Can't wait for
I have been waiting to fucking talk about this one, Colin, because
this one.
there's some stuff in this that I like.
What?
Okay, Uh, yeah, I Right. Okay. So this episode
Let's,
starts out
let's,
with the
uh-huh.
security guard in a tower whistling away, putting a teddy bear somewhere, and then
Yeah.
just walking away, and then taking the escalators down, and all of a
Hmm.
sudden, oh, here's Spike. What's Spike doing
Yeah.
here? And Spike also is like, hey, so what you doing? What you doing here? He's like, oh,
You've,
just working stuff.
you've forgotten this thing. He hands his bear back.
Oh, does he give him it back straight away? I thought that was more of a
Yeah,
surprise
he
reveal when he
literally
tries to
start.
explode it. Oh no, he tries to explode it with
No,
him. Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
Spike puts on his shoulder and goes, "Oh,
That's
you left this behind," and he's
that's.
and the guy was like, "What?
Oh yeah.
Why would
Why
I
would I
have
have
like
that?
this?
It's like
Yeah, it's
that's
not my
some
what
kid. Some
yours."
kid left it. Whatever. And
Yeah,
and then he tries to invite him out to a bar. It's just so weird. Such a weird
I think
conversation.
yeah. He says, "You want to go to the bar?" type thing. And it's more of the bar as I think was maybe jail,
Yeah,
a
it's
hotel.
it's it's no, the hotel is supposed to be jail. It's like, it's like, I don't know, I gotta drive. And it's like, you get a hotel. I don't know, getting a booking at some place might be quite difficult. No, this place is all meals, definitely room. You just need to show up. It's called
Yeah,
jail, motherfucker.
yeah.
And he's like, that's right, Teddy Bomber. He's like, shit. How'd you know? Spike Spiegel. It's like, oh, I see that you know who I am. Uh, it's such a great conversation because it is the dumbest fucking thing. Like the whole bit of it is just like, man, I I don't know if this is deliberately been written like this or if this was a genuine attempt at making some cool conversation. I kind of hope it's the prior and that someone was just like, no, this will be dumb and I love it.
Well, yes, I think it's probably the dumb thing
I
because
hope so.
well, this episode's not exactly the brightest. Anyway,
It
so
only gets better.
they put they put the bear on the escalator bell,
Yep.
uh, and it goes up to the top
Yep.
behind them, and then he goes, "Ha ha! Fool you!" Click. Oh, it didn't work.
No.
Oh, that's because I took the detonator out.
Yep. Took the firing pin out it. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Uh.
Oh, and also forgot to mention that. Oh yeah, yeah. You're like one of the worst bounty hunters to ever meet. And then this other Andy guy, and
That's
he was like,
right.
Andy?
This is so good. It's like, yeah, it's either you or Andy. Who the fuck is Andy?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Uh, but then Spike gives him a good punch in the face.
Yeah. Starts
Knock,
beating him
knock,
up.
knocks him flat in his ass. He's pinned up against a window and then rolls his sleeve up and he's like, there's fucking more teddies. Gonna blow
Yeah.
all this shit up. And it's like, okay, I guess Spike didn't account for that. Um, and then there's just, man, okay. So then you just sort of like hear this soft whistling in the background, and it's like, why is it playing that tune? The fucking horse breaks through the window. I can't,
Yeah.
I can't with this episode. Okay, so a horse breaks through the window, and it
Hmm.
turns out that, oh shit, it's Andy. Andy's a cowboy, a bounty hunter who
Hmm.
now you're like, oh man, this guy's in serious trouble, but actually he's not. Spike's in trouble. He's like, haha, the teddy bomber, and he's like, no, it's that guy. That guy there. He's the teddy bomber. No, I don't think so. He's wearing a security outfit.
Yeah.
It's just absolute gold. And the great thing about Andy is that he's basically blonde Spike in a cowboy uniform.
Hmm. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's glorious. It is absolutely glorious. And in the confusion, of course, the guy bails out and runs away
Yeah.
because he has a
Yeah.
chance now, and Spike continues to be pestered by Andy like he's committed some sort of crime.
Yeah. I was so Spike tries to chase him down and he gets lassoed around the neck
Yeah, he does. He nearly kills
and
him
get yanked
immediately.
back.
Oh god.
And then Terry Ruxpin, he goes and he explodes things, and then like this whole twin tower slash thing with a big diamond in the middle, and
Yep.
the diamond in the middle just falls down,
Smashes down.
and and Spike goes, "See, told you he was the bomber." It's like, "Oh, better get out of here!" And then that runs, and Spike runs, and then uh, next thing you know, it's back on the Cowboy Bebop, and Spike's telling the story of how this maniac with a horse
Yep.
ran him over, and both Faye and Jet are going,
Oh no, a
"A
cowboy.
horse."
It's very specifically a cowboy, and they're like, "Nah, this is bullshit." You could have said
Yeah,
like a samurai. I'd have believed the samurai, but a cowboy. And he's like, "How the hell do you think I got these hoof marks on my back?"
yeah. They were on about the horse. A horse? Nah,
Nah.
you're talking right here. It was a cowboy and a horse. No, no, if it's a samurai, I would believe that, but not this.
It's like everybody's gaslighting him like constantly. It's like, how does nobody know who this Andy guy is? Like apparently he's the second most famous bounty hunter.
To
Oh
Teddy
god.
Ruxpin, anyway.
Oh Jesus. And then Ed's like, no, here he is. He's like a rich guy. Super rich. Just does the bounty
Yeah,
hunting for the funsies.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah. And then Faye's like, "Oh, rich, did you say?"
Rich, you say, and relatively handsome. Hmm.
Mm.
So I see
Yeah.
opportunity. Uh
Yes.
oh god. And then is this is the bit where they then figure out where the bomber's going to be next.
Yeah,
And
so they're at
it's
a
the
big fancy party.
it's the masquerade ball.
Yeah.
And oh, Spike's got a mask and Jet's behaving like an asshole and oh, it's just so good. I don't like
Oh, we missed the part where Ayn has a wig. I don't know
oh
why
god,
Ayn had
that's
the wig.
right. Why is that a thing? Like
I don't know why Ayn
Ian's
has a
roaming about in a
wig.
wig and Ed's like wearing some other stuff and just like things are really weird and completely I don't understand any of what's happening at this point. But then of course they then use all of that to then get into the masquerade party. To you've got Jet wearing a bit of that wig and saying man at the end of sentences and
Yeah,
it's real
yeah, man.
uncomfortable. Oh god.
He doesn't break character.
He doesn't
He keeps
even
it.
after
Keeps it.
even after they've found the bomber who's dressed like a teddy bear. It's like, how did you
Yeah,
know
he's
it
not.
was me? It's like, come on. Of
Oh,
course I knew
he's
it was
got
you.
it's a big teddy bear costume with a big hole cut for his
Ah,
face.
yeah, his face is there. Not only have I seen you before, but who else is turning up to this dressed like a teddy bear? Come on, man.
Pretty much.
Oh, and
And they
then
were all saying,
oh no, go on.
saying it wasn't his MO to kill people type thing.
Yes.
But anyway,
Yeah, he's starting to talk.
yeah,
He's like, "Do you want me to tell you why I do these things?" And then all you hear is the kind of. You're
yeah,
like, "Oh no, what?"
literally, and it's not just like background music for
No,
him. It's actually music
it's there.
that he plays himself.
Yeah, because other people can hear it. That is
Yeah,
the thing that is the best about this is that people are going, "Oh no, I hear that whistling. He's coming."
yeah, yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
we also didn't. Ed found out that he was in the YMCA,
Oh,
and they
that's
go,
right.
"Oh, he's a Christian." No, no, Young Cowboys
Yeah,
Association. He
that's
got kicked out though.
right. Yeah, for being too raucous and unpredictable and
Being a
annoying
nuisance.
in
Yeah.
nuisance. Yeah.
And
Oh
then
god.
Spike goes, "See."
Yeah, he's annoying. Uh,
Yeah.
oh, and this, yeah, then he just full on horse and cowboy come out of an elevator, which is also just amazing. Because this
Yeah.
episode is just scene after scene after scene of ridiculousness, and
Yeah.
I'm 100% here for it.
Yeah. It's good.
Oh God.
There's and then Faye and Jet comes go wait, a horse?
I told you, it's a horse.
Yeah. And then he comes up and then he accuses Jet of being the bomber.
This is
And
so
then
good.
says something to Spikey like, "Who you? Oh, I met you like yesterday."
I don't
And he
remember
saw
that.
the original. Yeah, I don't remember that.
It's
And
like,
this is the bomber.
oh my God. It's just, oh, I love it. I love it so
And,
much. He's just,
what?
he's so inept. And I don't
Yeah,
understand how he's like, how he became so famous and relatively skilled, but be so terrible. It's a great
because
combination.
he's rich and can pay lots of money.
True, true.
Anyway, the bot Terry Ruxpin escapes again. He
Yes. And
gets in
blows
his
everything
car.
up.
Oh, again, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
of course.
And then yeah, he actually does a distraction. He does blow something up. He sets off a bomb as a distraction for him to escape.
Yep. And then more
Uh,
bombs go off.
yeah, and then Faye and the cowboy go into like one of the lifts, and Spike and Jet run up the stairs.
He's like, hey, come on, pretty woman, come and ride on this horse.
Yeah,
And
because
she's like, oh, okay.
she flirted with him.
Oh, it's just
And,
the next scene where, of course, yeah, like you said, that you've got Jet and Spike trying to follow the guy somewhere else, and you got in the other elevator or the stairs, and then you got them in the elevator, and then it's just next scene is Andy and Faye bolting on this horse, and Faye just being like
Fucking hell.
ragdolled
What did I get
about.
myself into? Yeah.
Again, like I say, it's just scene after scene of amazingly timed comedy. Uh
Hmm.
Incredible.
Like, and they're chasing. Well, they seem to be chasing Terry Ruxpin in his car.
Yep.
And then Jet slips in with his storage fish and starts shooting at Andy. I
Yeah.
think he technically shot at the car, but also shot at Andy, and then Andy shot back at him, and then they both kind of like go into a gunfight in the air, and between the air and the horse. And Terry Ruxpin crashes his car, and he's like, "Oh shit, I'm caught for sure this time." And then Andy leaps over the car.
Just it's just amazing. Like, why? Why is he here? He's just so bad. Oh,
Yeah,
it tickles
yeah.
me for some reason, and I like I howled with laughter through most of this episode just because it is one massive absurdity, from start to
Mhm.
finish. Just great.
Oh yeah, yeah. And he's shooting that Spike
Yep.
over catching the bounty. And then it goes back to his apartment, Faye's in his place, and he's like, "Oh my god, this decor is horrible."
He's like no
And it,
taste.
yeah, and the horse is like there eating up out a trough right in front of her, and he goes, hey, Faye, I whipped up some of my special stew. I can't remember what he's called it.
I can't. Yeah, it's. I don't remember it being Stu, and her being less than enthused with it.
Yeah. Um. Uh, and then got really annoyed with him because it's like, oh my god, it's just Spike.
Yes,
I can,
he's Spike, but really inept. He's like Spike on
yeah,
skill level, but without the thought process.
no thought process at
Oh,
all. Yeah.
it's so good.
Uh, and then she comes back with big box load of the stew in
Oh yeah,
cans.
that canned food, the triangular canned food.
Yeah, a triangular can food.
Oh god.
um, and Spike's like, I ain't eating this.
No.
Uh,
What if there was
and
no other
then
food? Spike, like you could starve. He's like, I would rather starve.
literally, there's no other food. I think that's all the food we got.
This is the only
Starve,
food we've
rather
got.
starve.
You know what? It doesn't matter. I was
Yeah,
never that hungry anyway.
yeah. And then yeah, and then oh, we're missing the Big Shot, the bounty show.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They turn it on, and they got a big note from Teddy Ruxpin,
That's
and
right.
his whole kind of gimmick in this is the fact that no one listens to him.
Uh, man, this, it's so yeah. This last confrontation is fucking exceptional. Like
Yeah, yeah.
the level of
Uh,
the degree of just I nobody cares, and like this guy's doing really bad things, but it's like shut up, I'm dealing with something.
yeah, it's before you get there, so he also kind of like goes, I'm going to do this in this place. You got to work
Yeah,
out where it is, and then it goes like, found it.
yeah. Immediately. uh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's just targeting really tall buildings.
Oh no. So yeah, they go to confront him.
Well, no, no. Faye and Jet go, yeah, I know, I can't be bothered with this
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah, you're right.
And then Spike, I'm in. I'm going to do this.
For once, Spike's like, I guess I'll do it then,
No, he was totally in because he knew that fucking Andy had
because
appeared.
Andy's gonna be there. Yeah, like, but like every other time, Spike's like, I don't know, I'm not so sure. But yeah, now that there's competition, he's like, no, we're doing this, or I'm doing this.
Yeah, he's doing it. So he shows up, and the guy's really pissed off that he's late. You're late. Yeah, and I don't really care. Oh, here he is, whistling the music. Doo doo,
Like every
doo
time, and
doo.
it's the fact that the fact that the characters directly address hearing the whistling
Mhm.
it is gold. Like it would be just as funny. It wouldn't like you could have written that he has an obnoxious theme tune and it's really funny that it keeps playing every time that he turns up. But the fact that his obnoxious theme tune exists in the world and people are equally annoyed by it is just
Yeah,
it's another level. It's another
yeah,
level.
that's good. Um, and Teddy Ruxpin is trying to explain his whole MO and why he's doing all this shit, and they're just like, ah, and he's like, I found you again, or something, or who you? I can't remember. It's some ridiculousness, and
Something not directed at the person he's there to catch.
yeah,
Most importantly.
yeah, yeah.
Oh.
And then Teddy runs into fucking
Well, no,
into a lift.
first Teddy's like, why won't you listen to me? And they go, shut up. Like they tell the bomber to shut up because they're too busy with their own baggage.
Yeah,
It's like he's gonna blow something up, you idiots. Oh
yeah. And
man.
then he runs away, and they're like, "Oh wait, we've
Yep.
got to deal with this first, actually."
Yep. and he gets in one elevator, they race into the other one, and then he picks up a radio because they can see him through the glass, and he's like, "Oh, so that elevator, the doors are never going to open again. And when you get to the top, you're gonna trigger all these teddy bears right at the top, and you're gonna blow the fuck up. It's gonna be great."
Yeah.
They don't
Uh,
seem too worried initially as it kind of sets off, because Spike's like, "Well, better go in here and type the code." Oh, that didn't work. Huh? Why didn't that work? And Andy's like, "Well, I predicted this and came and changed the code earlier. You changed the code. I changed the code."
yeah.
That means the code is back where it started.
Yep.
Oh my god.
And then
Everything here is gold.
Andy tries to shoot through the window, but the bullets just ricochet in the lift.
I did forget there is one bit where they're at the fountain when he runs away. Uh I like there's a point, and I can't remember what point it is specifically, but Andy just goes, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
It's just really perfectly timed. I should also point out that the guy that does Andy's voice is also the guy who did Cosmo in The Fairly Odd Parents.
All right, yeah. Cosmo and the Fairly Odd Parents.
Yep.
Wow.
Very different voice. But
Hmm.
he also does the dad in Fairly Odd Parents, which is a little more of the same. And I was also wondering why I thought, it's like, man, that does sound familiar. I think he's also the narrator in the newer Rocky and Bullwinkle cartoon that my son's been watching. So,
All right.
so I was like, whose voice is that?
No, no. Now you're going to think of Andy and his
Yep.
awesomeness.
It's every I'm just gonna hear the whistling every time I start watching Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Yeah, and so's your son, because
Oh
it's
god.
not going to be just in your head; it'll be real life. Where's that
That's
coming from,
right.
Dad?
Because we willed it into existence.
Pretend you didn't hear it, son. Just keep
Oh,
watching this. It's
amazing.
not real. It's not real.
Amazing. So
Um,
yeah, they
yeah.
yeah
So
he tries to shoot them out, and that does
yeah,
not work and nearly kills both of them.
yeah. And he's like, "Stop it, you idiot!" And then Spike notices the escape hatch top, so he jumps up into the escape hatch, and then bloody Andy does the same thing. Well, Spike's so halfway through it, and they get stuck
Yeah,
fighting each other.
they basically three stooge
Uh,
their way out of the
yeah,
escape hatch.
yeah. It's like Jesus. And
Uh
what's his name's watching from the ground.
yep.
And like, they're going to be finished. They're going to die. And then he gets to the top, and there's a big explosion. And it's like, yes, that's it, dead. And then he turns around, and then
Gets a
Fate
big
clocks him in the
punch.
face.
It was that easy. That's how easy this was. Just punch him in the face and tie him up.
They literally caught him like 3 times,
I
and the only
know.
reason they haven't is because
Because of Andy.
uh,
Fucking Andy.
um, and Spike. You can't
Yeah,
can't let
yeah.
Spike off the
To be
hook.
fair,
So,
if Andy had never turned up in the first place, Spike would have had him in the first instance.
oh yeah, yeah, he would. But yeah. Anyway, so they explode, and then I think Jet has some binoculars and looks up to the top of the building. And is like, "Oh yeah,
Yep.
they're all right. There's no, it's Faye. Oh, they're just climbing
It's
up the
Faye.
building like
Faye's got the
monkeys."
binoculars because she calls them a couple of spider monkeys or something like that. These
Yeah,
monkeys.
'cause they start like crawling up. They get into like a wee bit of a hole, starts crawling up, and there's a wee
Yeah.
slopey bit, and they kind of crawl up like that, and then Anthony gets up on his feet. So Spike goes, "He's on his feet. Shit, how do you get my feet?" And start running up, up his vertically.
It's
And then
the fact, what is it? She's like, oh, look at those monkeys. And then Jet says, like, yeah, I guess they do like to be high. And it's like, oh, my gran used to say that.
Yeah. Let's take this dude to the. Let's get the bounty on this dude.
Yeah. Oh my god, I love this. So yeah, then they manage to eventually clamber up to the top, and then we get sort of a weird shootout sequence where they're really trying to murder each other. Apparently.
Yeah, that's. I don't feel understand why Andy's doing it because he just has no clue in
Yeah.
anything.
Spike's
He
angry.
has some.
He wants Andy to die because he just does not want him around anymore. Like that's clear.
Yeah,
But Andy genuinely is giving him like a bit of a run for his money. Like he's obviously like relatively skilled because like his
yeah,
shooting's pretty on point and nearly hitting, and they kind of battle back and forth for a bit. Spike falls through a floor and ends up buried under some rubble for a while.
yeah.
Uh, and
That's
I can't remember what actually initiates this that Spike gets so angry because he gets back up
uh,
and he's stood there and they're sort of just staring at each other. And Andy says something, and he just kind of goes like, and like mashes the table with his fist. I just can't remember what the line is or what it is that pushes him over the edge to do that.
Andy's. I don't know. Andy's just kind of like one of those guys. Well, who's you again? Type thing. I
Yeah,
think it's
oh,
one of those lines.
it's so. But just yeah, hit like his frustration, like he's losing his mind. How angry he is, and he just
It's,
punches the table, like, and then all of a sudden the ground around Andy starts to collapse and he falls, and
yeah, it slides
you know,
back the way.
yeah, he's like, oh shit,
Oh, I think can't remember if it was that. So like the fight scene, like Andy's doing the whole revolver hammer
yeah, yeah,
down trick because he's got an old cowboy revolver. Spike also loses all his ammo. They do this fight. I think there's a couple of scenes where Spike loses his balance against them because of
yep,
the the grounding, and then it's not until like say he punches the desk and like the whole thing starts to crack around Andy, and you just see the top half of the building kind of like sliding away and falling down
it's
backwards away from Spike, and then you see he goes Spike goes, oh wow, and then he goes to have a wee look, and then Andy's just dialing on by the clutch of the thing, climbs himself up and goes, well, that's it. I'm quitting being a
I'm
bounty
done
hunter
here.
now.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah, here
that was some powerful
you can
punch.
yeah.
Like that, why is that the thing that made you quit, Andy? What
Wow.
what
Yeah,
is
they make him
this?
quit. Anyway, yeah, it's you get something like, well, yeah, that's me done. That's me. And it's like Spike's going, why? Well, that's one mighty powerful punch he did there. You're the new cowboy man, and he walks away, and his horse appears in elevator.
Yes, his horse appears in the elevator of the building that has collapsed, which is also great. Um,
Collapsing.
oh god. And then he says the line, he says the line.
Oh yeah. See you later, space cowboy.
And yeah, he says that's where the line comes from.
From this one episode,
I does it is it said
Diamond.
elsewhere?
Uh,
I don't
I think
remember
it might be
hearing it.
said a Big Shot.
Oh, really?
Big Shot might have mentioned it. Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't remember it very specifically being mentioned, but that I'm just gonna pretend that's where it's from. It's I kind of hate and love the fact that Andy might be the one who said that first.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh,
literally maybe the worst thing, but also because it's the worst, it's kind of the best.
yeah. So he rides off in the sunset, and Spike now has his hat and has
Yeah.
mere admiration
Well,
for the man for somehow.
he
I
says
don't know.
like, "Hey, what are you gonna do?" And he's like, "Oh, "I'll find something." You know,
Yeah.
it'll be all right. And then yeah,
Yeah.
back in the Bebop, he's like, yeah, like I bested him in every way, but he seems like an all right guy.
Yeah. Eating the stew.
Yeah, and Jet's like, he's like, Jet, are you listening? Yeah, yeah. And he goes back to
Listen
talk
to
about
me.
him again. He's like, Jet, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you get Ed right with Iron riding Ed's back
Oh
as
God,
a as a cow as a horse
it's
with the hat.
oh,
Sure.
it's so good.
Uh,
And then
and
we get
they
to our last scene, which is
mhm,
just glorious, which is the Teddy Bomber being taken away in the secure van for the police. He's
mhm.
like, he goes, "Hey, so why'd you do this all?" He's like, an opportunity to talk about why I did the things I was doing. And then he goes in to talk about like how he's anti-capitalism, and it's like, and overtaking planets and mining and doing these things for no reason and building buildings tall just because they're tall.
Yep. And destroying these buildings is destroying the symbolism
Yep,
of capitalism. Which
yep.
when's this? 98? When did Fight Club come out?
This is 99, so it's about the same time.
Nine. See?
Yeah,
Oh, what came first? Cowboy
but
or Fight Club?
good question. But then it's the bit where he goes, "I guess I did that," and
Yeah.
the security guard just pats him on the shoulder. It's,
Yeah. Well,
it's like,
it's
well, you said your piece. Thanks, man.
it's not just that though. There's a scream from outside. He's like, "Hey, wait up!"
Oh God, yeah, that's right. It just gets better. And here we have fucking samurai and a horse,
Yeah. And he and he rides up in
and he's
Sarah and
back.
they look out the window of the truck and go, Andy? No, it's Hitoshi or something. Call me
Yeah,
Hitoshi or something now.
whatever his new samurai name is.
And he rides past the truck. And then
uh
this is where Teddy goes, maybe it doesn't really matter.
yeah, yeah, that's
And
what it is. Yeah,
that's
it's
the scene
like
where the security guard
you're right.
yeah. It's like,
and,
oh fuck.
and that's and then it says "See you later, Space Samurai" at the end of the episode, which is just so good. Oh
Yeah,
man, I fucking
that's
love
it.
this episode.
It's
I
the
fucking
best
love this
episode.
episode. I like. What do you rate this, Colin?
I'm giving this my first 10
uh,
ever.
100%. This is not. It's not my first 10, but this is the best episode of Cowboy Bebop there has been. This is the funniest it has been. The action was really great. But just everything about this episode is incredible.
Yes, yes, in every way.
Oh my
It's
god,
just it's just ridiculous.
it is.
It's
It's fantastic. I honestly, as soon as I finished watching it, I was like, man, I can't wait to talk about this one.
yeah, yeah. I wasn't too sure how
Can't
you take this.
what?
I wasn't too sure
It
it was
I
too off the ball for you.
Oh no, I like because I think that's the thing. Like the like if you look at my previous 10, which was Heavy Metal Queen, a lot of the reason I liked that was because it was kind of quirky and different. And interestingly, it is the same director.
Was it?
Yep, I actually did a quick check to see what other episodes that this director had done, and they've done Honky Tonk Woman, which is the one when they first sort of meet Faye, which I quite
Uh huh.
liked. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
They
Hmm.
did Heavy Metal Queen, which is one I gave a 10.
Yeah.
They did they did, however, do Heavy Rock of the Dark Knight, which I did not like.
Heavy Rock in the Dark Knight.
That's the Toys in the Attic one.
All right, the weird
Yeah, the
um
weird, not good
thing is
episode.
eating the
Yeah.
thing is the alien thing.
Yep. They did the Mushroom Samba, which we both liked,
That's good.
and then this one.
I liked it because of the tune.
Yep, I think like the majority of their episodes have been fantastic,
Mm-hmm.
and I've noticed that they like with the exception of the Fae one, they've mostly been sort of off the ball ones, which I think hit more often than not. So
Yeah.
it's Kunihiro Morai is the director, and they also do some writing as well. But they wrote and directed the Toys in the Attic episode,
Yeah.
so potentially a better
Uh,
director than than a writer.
yeah. Uh, all I'll say is this guy, this the Teddy Bomber is in the live action.
Oh,
I've not
really?
watched it all yet. Yeah, but
I hear Pierre LeFou is also in the live action.
is he? Oh fuck. Wonder
I've
how that
heard.
goes down.
I don't know if that's true, but
I've not watched it all. I think I got maybe to the episode where this guy was in it, and
oh
it's
man,
I don't know. It was more Andy made it than that guy. He was just basically the villain that was getting really pissed off that no one listened to his fucking thing. Because even like at the start, because they were talking to him, and he's like, "Yeah, it's a warning. I don't really care."
yeah.
Like,
I don't care. I just don't.
yeah, I don't care about what message they're trying to send out.
Oh man, like that is. It's not only I think the best Cowboy Bebop has been. I think it's the best. One of the best examples of anime I've ever watched.
Yeah.
Like it like another thing I think that's fantastic about that is that the dubbing is so great. Like it
Mhm.
I think there's a like there's such a thing about people not liking dubbing, whether it's to do with the voices themselves or the fact that the information loss is significant or more significant. But the fact that they managed to retain the comedy and the timings and everything like that, and it's done to such an expert degree, I think shows the skill that like the expertise that they provided when doing that dubbing. It wasn't an afterthought. It was like, no, we have to make a good attempt to make sure that this is a viable version of the show. And
Mhm.
that shows to me, like, and has shown to me throughout most of the series. Like, I think very few occasions where I've been like, man, don't like that. That doesn't fit. Doesn't sound right. I think there's maybe been one or two voices where we've kind of questioned them on occasion, but for the most part, like I feel like everything has been pretty solid, like right across the board.
Yeah. 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 Certainly, it does come off well. This one. There's been money
So good.
spent in it. That's for
So
sure.
good.
Unlike ghost stories,
Yep. Where every moment is agony. Um
every moment.
so that's it.
Yeah,
It's
that's this week's.
you've reached the end of another episode of Who's That Anime. We are an anime podcast. Uh you can find us at anchor.fm
Oh,
forward slash who's that anime.
mhm.
We can be found where all good podcasts can be found: Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Overcast, Pocket Cast. Um, and if you wanted to leave us a review, that'd be cool. Um, any rating is fine as long as there's constructive criticism on anything less than a 5 star. I think we're down. Um,
Yeah,
if you want to tell a friend about what we do, because we don't make any money doing this or advertise it really in any way, that'd be awesome. Share the love. Uh,
mhm.
we have a Facebook page where we post about new episodes and some memes and things like that. That's at facebook.com forward slash who's that anime.
Mhm.
We have a YouTube channel that is on youtube.com. You can search for the channel. It's Who's That Anime. Colin has very graciously been putting up not new episodes, but video versions of the episodes that we have recorded. I believe the most recent
Hmm.
ones are the Ghost Stories ones have gone up.
That's right.
Episodes 1
Yeah,
to 5. Whole season there.
yeah. Yep. And new one coming out this Sunday.
Sweet. So, in fact, the same night
Vampire
as this
Holmes.
podcast, by the time you're listening to this, there will also be new content on YouTube.
Yeah, that's right.
So, all to look forward to.
one new episode about vampire homes.
Still one of my favorite episodes we've done. Um, we
This,
also like to play video games. Colin likes to play video games at twitch.tv/couchfuel. We have, as we've said on many an episode, we're in a bit of a transitionary period right now where we're not playing a lot of games. Colin, you're about to move, so there's
uh,
some
this,
technical things going on there.
this will not look like this in some time in the
Yeah,
future.
that's weird. There's going to be a new background. What you should do
Yeah.
is move your chair and take an exact picture of that screen of that location using your webcam so that you have it just in the event that you want to use it.
Just so people will recognize it's me and
I
not
I
some
just
other
think that
fraudulent Colin.
would be fun. Like as you can see, for those of you watching the video portion of this, my office is currently an absolute mess. So,
I
whoops a
mean,
daisy.
I, technically that's like been like maybe 75% of the time if you've done recordings.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But yeah, likes to play video games at twitch.tv/couchfuel. There will be more video gaming in the near future, hopefully. But if you cannot wait and would like to watch some stuff, there is a youtube.com channel called Couchfuel where you can watch the archives of that channel. I sometimes like to play video games at twitch.tv/HalePayman. I've been testing out some stuff recently just to have a look, potentially about doing some fun horror related video games. I have an archive of my work and fun stuff on youtube.com as well. If you search for the channel, it is Hale Payman.
Hail
And
Pimon.
Hale Payman. I think
Hail
that's us.
Pimon.
I think all that's left to say is that next week we'll be talking about the movie.
Oh yeah, maybe Cowboy. That'll be fun. Need to find that's not on Netflix.
It is not. It is not. Gonna need to find a place to watch that.
Yep. Yeah. Good old places to watch Cowboy Bebop maybe.
Oh, I've renewed my VPN subscription for another 30 months. So, if we can find a place to use it, then that's a potential.
Yeah, that's right. VPN.
Yeah. I'm not
We don't.
This is not a sponsored section. I just use a VPN. I'm not going to say what one it is, but there you go.
We used it yet. Yeah. Other than that, we've actually been stuck to the script this time.
Yeah. Well, we did,
We
we kind
hardly.
of deviated a bit at the start with some Transformers discussion.
Yeah, but we didn't delve right into that
No.
too
I
much.
think my excitement to talk about Cowboy Funk was high, and I was like, I need to get through
Truly
this.
high.
I need to start talking about this soon. Yeah, because what I will say is that if you look at how long this episode is going to be, and right now recording length we're at about an hour 26 minutes.
Mhm.
If I look at our previous recording lengths, hour 20, hour 44, we are about slap bang in the middle of our last couple of recordings for Cowboy Bebop. So
Yeah.
we're about average. So we've still managed to talk a good amount
Yeah,
about
it's
stuff.
kind of weird. Of
Yeah.
actually the anime. Actually, what
And
we're actually watching and not just random
actually,
shite.
yeah, not just random shit.
Yeah, was
Get that
I
guy
did
to listen
notice
to
though.
this episode.
Uh, no, they don't listen to the podcast.
No, just get them to listen to this one episode. Be fine.
Maybe, yeah. We did one where we didn't talk too much about shite.
Yeah. Like, just if you skip maybe the first 5 minutes where we talked about Transformers, the rest of it's pretty on point.
Yeah, pretty on point. I was going to say you didn't announce the Japanese name of Cowboy Funk.
You were right. I was so excited. It is
Super excited.
Cowboy Funko.
Cowboy Funko,
Cowboy Funko.
like the toys, Funko Pops. Or
Funku,
Funkos.
Funku. It's more like somebody going, "Thank you, Funku,
Thank you.
thank you, cowboy, thank you." Like if
I
Jonathan
feel
Ross
that's
said, "Thank you."
no, no. I just think it's a very poor impression of an Asian.
Oh,
Thank you.
no, it's called Funku. That's what it's
I
called.
know. I
A
know.
Funku Pop.
Yeah. Anyway, uh, there you go. Yes, catch our shows on YouTube. There's a new one coming up. It will be out by the time you listen to this. And in 2 weeks, there'll be the start of the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya,
Yep. And then
which I
we've got three
uh
episodes of Cowboy Bebop to go. So it's going to be our palate cleanser next up.
oh yeah, 3 episodes. Yeah,
Yep. The movie, episodes 23, 24, well, episodes 23 and 24, and then episodes 25 and 26.
yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good. So yeah, yeah, we have to sort that out pretty soon. Need to sort some stuff out. But yeah, that's been Who's That Anime
Yep.
with your Superion hosts.
That's also a Transformer.
Yeah, I think it wasn't that the aerial bots that made Superion.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it's the aerial boss.
Yeah. Omega Supreme. There's another Supreme.
Yeah. I'm getting more
Anyway,
Transformers in the mail soon.
more Transformers in the mail.
Yep.
He actually literally, I mean, he's not talking about like things that change volts to one voltage to another.
No, more of the things you can see in the background there.
Nope. Camera still low. It's up there, yeah. Higher. You need to move the camera. There you go.
More Transformers. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, you got a lot.
I do.
Anyway,
Chug life.
should probably close this off now.
Yeah, probably.
We were patting ourselves on the back for not talking about too much shit, and then we've
Doing
dragged
so
this
well.
out way too long.
Well, Transformers, anime, and then back to Transformers. I think we're good. But you send us off.
All right. That's been Who's That Anime? See you next time, Space Cowboy Samurai.
Yeehaw. Bye, folks.
Yeehaw! Bye!